Guys, before we get into this video, if you're new around here and you haven't subscribed to the channel yet, make sure you subscribe to the channel down below. Also turn the bell notification on next to the subscribe button, as you can see on the screen, to be notified every single time I upload a video. And also like the video if you enjoyed the video you are about to watch, and enjoy the video, guys. What's up, guys? My name's Adapt. Welcome back to another video on the channel. So in today's video we are bringing you guys Moauba'S custom tactics and his player instructions for the defensive game plan. So looking at his defensive custom tactics and player instructions, I believe I'll upload this first, but I've got an F2 text video. I keep saying F2 text. We've got a text video coming out, so I'll get that video out to you guys first, and then I'll bring you guys Moauba'S defensive custom tactics and player instructions, and then I'll end up probably doing the rest of Moauba'S game plans as well. I've already got the gameplay for, I believe, the ultra defensive and maybe the attacking. I'm not sure if I've done ultra attacking yet, but I've got gameplay for his other game plans as well. I just need to get around to it, editing that all up and recording the first part of the video like I'm doing now, and just editing all the gameplay, doing the commentary. So I've still got a bit of time before I release all of them, but this is the team we are using. I've just introduced it in the text video I just did. So in goal I have Berkey, 85 rated, 86 games on him as well. I used him as a substitute goalkeeper in my last team that I did have. I'd bring him on usually as soon as the game starts. So I've got a cat chem style on him, and the cat chem style helps increase his positioning, his speed and his reflexes. And then I have Piszczek in the right back role, 1.9k. He sent me back 66 games, 2 goals, 1 assist. So Piszczek has been decent for me. He's just a makeshift centre back. He's just someone in there who's going to help with the chemistry, get a strong link to a Kanji, and just help out with the chemistry really. He's been decent in the right back role. There's not a lot of Bundesliga right backs who are that great. There's Kimmich in there, but I needed that strong link right there. And then we have a Kanji, 83 rated centre back, 78 pace, 72 dribbling, 83 defending and 80 physical. These are his in games here. I'm not going to spend too long on this. Then we have Laporte, 31,750 coins. Then I have Angelino. You guys can see the games to goals and assist contributions. It's like going through the same thing twice, and it will just give me a headache, guys, because I've literally just gone through the same thing when talking through the text video I just recorded. So for Royce, 66 games, 54 goals, 39 assists, and his return has been amazing, and I've got so much praise for him. He's been doing so well for me, and I've also got the Hawk cam style on him. Then we have Rodri, who's impressed me a lot. He's been a great defensive midfielder for me. He's been playing that more defensive role. And then we have Fernandinho, and we also have Sancho. Now on Fernandinho, I believe I had a catalyst cam style on him, which helps his passing out and helps his pace out. And then we have Sancho, who's been decent, 6.9k. He set me back 66 games, 15 goals, 25 assists. So he's contributed quite a bit. 5-star skill moves and 4-star weak foot, which is always nice to see. A very usable card. And with the Deadeye cam style, it improves his passing, his shooting, and that is it. So it's helped him out quite a bit, and he's been a great player in game. Then I've got Leroy Sané, a player who I went ahead and spent quite a bit of coins on, 130k, 66 games, 19 goals, 12 assists. So he's been decent for me with the Hawk chem style on him. And then I've got player of the month, Jamie Vardy, who I've got nothing but praise for. For the price he is, you can complete his SPC for 20 something k. He's been absolutely amazing in game, guys. I would recommend anyone who hasn't done him to go ahead and do him. High work rates. He's going to work hard. Ignore his weak foot and skill moves, because he makes up for it for how good he is in game, how quick he is, and he's just amazing value, guys. For 20 something k, you can't lose many coins. and the value you're getting back. Even if you didn't like him, which is very unlikely, you could just put him into an SBC if you really wanted to. But you guys can see his goals and assist contributions in comparison to the games he's played in the squad, and they're great. So with the basic chem style, these are his stat improvements, so it pretty much improves everything. So that's Jamie Vardy's card there. Now I'm going to get into the custom tactics and the player instructions of Moauba'S defensive game plan, and I will be right back. Now getting into the custom tactics, guys, so we're going to use the game plans here and we'll go straight to the defensive. So he's using the 4-4-2 formation, which is solid. He's got drop back for the defensive style, which a lot of people look down upon, but you got to do what you got to do to win. And I think Moauba'S is showing that in his custom tactics and player instructions. He plays to win. He's not playing for other stuff. He just needs to win, which is what a pro mentality should be. So he's got drop back for the defensive style. Width, he's got it at 4 bars. Depth, he's also got it at 4 bars. Then getting into his offensive style for width, he's got it at 5 bars. For plays in the box, he also has it at 5 bars. Then for corners, he has it at 2 bars, and for free kicks, he has it at 3 bars. So it's quite simple. Everything's quite low. It seems a bit more passive. It isn't taking too many risks, but that's how you have to be if you want to win games, especially if you're a pro as well. Now getting into the formation he does use, so I already mentioned it's a 4-4-2 for his defensive game plan. So in the centre mid roles we have Fernandinho and Rodri, then we have Akanji and Laporte. In the right back row I have Piszczek, in the left back row I have Angelino as expected, Sane and Sancho in the left mid and right mid positions. Then I have Vardy in the left striker role, and I have Marco Reus in the right striker role. So that is how the team lines up. Reus has adapted very well to that striker role. He has been a striker in the past FIFAs. I think he did have an 84 striker card, so he's usually playing in the striker role. So that is the team and how it lines up. Now getting into the player instructions, stay back or attacking on both fullbacks. On his left mid, come back on defense. On his right mid, come back on defense. And on his right centre mid, he has stay back or attacking and cover centre. On his left mid, he also has stay back or attacking and cover centre. On his left striker, he has come back on defense. And on his right striker, he has come back on defense. So it's quite simple, to be honest with you guys. Just the epitome of the defensive game plan. And he really stresses his attacking players getting back and helping out the team, so that's why he's got comeback on defense. So it's quite simple, quite self-explanatory. So guys, those are the custom tactics for Moauba'S defensive game plan, also his player instructions as well. Now let's get into the gameplay. Now before we get into the gameplay, I am going to remind you guys to subscribe to the channel down below. Now you can do this very easily and very quickly by clicking on the bottom right hand side of this video. There's going to be a watermark with my YouTube channel profile picture. If you're on computer or laptop or anything like that, then you can hover over it and then subscribe. But if you're on a mobile device, you can just go ahead, click on it and subscribe straight away so you don't miss an upload. Now enjoy the rest of the video. Now getting into the gameplay, guys. In our first game, I'll come up against a guy with a full Brazilian team right there. So very interesting. He had Alan in there, the UCL version. He had a Screamer Hulk, also a Firmino I saw there. So early on in the game, we're looking to open the scoring. It's a new team, a fresh team, and I'm just having fun with it. Jadon Sancho puts it into the back of the net. 8 minutes into the game, opens the scoring up nicely there, makes it 1-0. I'm looking to build some momentum off of that 1-0 lead. I'm looking to score another goal from a goal kick. My opponent has it right here. He's passing the ball around. He's looking for a bit of an opening. Now, that was a bit of a weird pass right there. I think he just presses X on his controller or something. Or maybe holds down Y and presses LB. But that pass wasn't that great. And this guy's going to get very fortunate. I covered the defensive line, if that's what it is. I jockeyed him and then he managed to get the shot off from that acute angle right there. So that was near post to the keeper, very poor from my keeper. And with Paulinho and his poor shooting, I'm very surprised that ball went into the back of the net. But this guy got lucky right there, and we respond with a goal from Marco Reus. So a very solid player. Marco Reus has been so fun to use, guys. I didn't use him much last year, if I used him at all. But I am having my fun this year. I'm using loads of players, and I'm just trying to have as much fun as I can. And you guys are seeing this in the gameplay. Vardy's on the ball. I did his player of the month version, as I've said already. Very worth it. I'm not sure if he's still in SBCs. He probably still is. If he is, by the time I'm releasing this video, then make sure you go ahead and do him. But I do go ahead and make it 3-1 with a goal from Jamie Vardy. The amount of goals Jamie Vardy picks up is crazy, guys. He contributes so much when it comes to goals and assists. And I do get a rage quit in my first game. Then we get into our second game. A guy with 3 Redfoot Champions cards. He had a decent team right there. And I could tell there was something about this guy from his team. You can really see whether your opponent's going for objectives or not in their selection choice with their team. And the people they might bring on in the game. And I do go ahead and make it 1-0 with Jadon Sancho. So a nice goal from Jadon Sancho right there to open up the scoring. And now my opposition is going to try and equalize here. He has the ball with Martinez right here. Lautaro Martinez passes the ball to Muriel, and Muriel puts it into the back of the net, and he equalizes the scoreline for my opponent. So it's 1-1. Isn't looking too great right here, and this is anyone's game. This guy is allowed to get back into it by me. But Leroy Sané is on the ball. He's got so much pace. He's got power. He's got everything I'd like in a winger. Maybe I'd like a bit better dribbling on him. But you can't really have everything on a player who's 100k. Well, maybe you can. But Leroy Sané is a lot of fun to use. I do enjoy him a lot. And did you guys see that bit of speed up lag I had right there? I had some speed up lag. And eventually I do manage to get the second goal right there with the speed up lag. And it's just something which is very unfortunate that's in this game. So the speed up lag wasn't ideal, but I battled through it and I managed to score that second goal. And then I got the third with Leroy Sané. As you can see right there, this guy quits out of the game, and that is all she wrote. So a 3-1 victory right there. And then we get into our next game. This guy had a player of the month, Vardy. He had a couple FUT Champions red players in there as well. So I knew this was going to be a challenging game. And every game in Division Rivals, to be honest with you guys, is challenging. And Reus is on the ball right here. I'm looking for some space, run into the gap right there. And Reus puts it into the back of the net. He opens the scoring, makes it 1-0. So I was very impressed with Reus right there. Showed a lot of pace, showed a lot of power to hold the defender off. And his dribbling is just amazing, to be honest with you guys. Had the ball with Reus. I'm looking for a bit of opening right here. Doing some drag backs, doing some LB dribbling. I'm just searching for an opening. You can't be too... I'm looking for the word. I can't find the word right now, but you don't want to rush into things, if you get what I mean, guys. You don't want to be too... I can't find the word that I want to say, but anyway, you guys get what I'm trying to say. But eventually I do get the rage quit right there in the 80th minute, and then we get into our next game. Now this guy has a Fabinho, and you know, when the guy's team doesn't load in completely, there's gonna be a bit of connection issues right there. But this guy had a decent Premier League team, and we got straight into this game. So Sané is on the ball. He's on the ball, plays it to Fernandinho. Fernandinho plays it to Reus. I'm looking for an opening right here. Reus is going to do a ball roll, play it back to Fernandinho. It's a bit backwards right now, but this is kind of how you have to play in this game. I eventually get the ball to Reus. Reus takes a shot off, puts it into the back of the net. Good finish from Reus early on in the game. 4 minutes in, we do take the lead and open the scoring. So we go 1-0 up, and we have the ball with Fernandinho here. I play the ball to Marco Reus. Reus plays it to Vardy. and Vardy is going to put it into the back of the net. So it's a good goal there from Vardy. He makes it 2-0 18 minutes in, and eventually we do end up getting a rage quit. So another rage quit at 2-0, and now we're getting into the last game of the video, I do believe this is. And yet again, another team which doesn't load completely in. So that tells you something right there, that I just don't know. The team doesn't load completely in when I want it to, and it does take longer than usual. So it's 0-0 right here, 2 minutes in. Sane's on the ball, shoots a crossbody, puts the ball into the back of net. Very impressive Sane right there. He does very well to get that goal off. And we are looking for more goals early on in the game. I remember I was focusing hard in this game. I was really looking for that W, and you guys are going to see whether I get it. Vardy's on the ball, goes back, plays it to Royce. Royce puts it into the back of net. He makes it 2-0 11 minutes into the game. So 11 minutes in game and we're already 2-0 up. Can't go much better, and then this guy just quits out the game. He realizes that maybe it's a bit too much for him to handle and quits out of the game. So guys, that is this video done. I hope you enjoyed it. If you did, smash that like button, subscribe to the channel down below. I'll see you guys in the next video. See you guys later. Peace. Thanks for watching guys. If you click on the left hand side of your screen, that will take you to my previous video, and if you click on the right hand side of the screen, it will also take you to a random video so you can watch more of my content. And in the middle of the screen, it will allow you to subscribe straight to the channel, so it notifies you every time I upload a video on the channel, so you do not miss a future upload.